What is going on, painting company owners? Brandon from Painter Marketing Pros here. Happy Saturday. I'm kind of an interesting topic to discuss today. My wife and I are actually on vacation this weekend at a resort in Florida, and they are using AI as kind of a mixture of AI and I believe someone at the front desk as sort of a concierge service. So I got a text message, this is Ivy. I'm your concierge. Message me back with any um, questions or if I can help you with anything, right? And kind of pass me some helpful information. It was definitely a differentiator. It was definitely something that kind of stood out to me. Thought, well, that's kind of nice. I don't have to think about picking up the phone or figure out who I need to call exactly or what department or just press zero to get to the front desk or whatever. I can just text. We've talked a lot about how people prefer to communicate via text, and that's fully capitalizing on it. Now, one place where I think they've missed the mark a little bit, not too bad, but a little bit, is I had messaged them. There are tennis courts here, and you can borrow tennis rackets, and so I had messaged them asking about, um, what time the tennis courts open or something like that, and I got some response back, basically telling me that the tiki bar is going to be open and to go get a drink at the tiki bar. But it was a pre-populated response. It was AI, artificial intelligence, and I just kind of sent back right away. Now I've sent several other messages that said, "Hey, thanks so much. Thanks a lot. That's helpful." And I got an automated response back. You're welcome, Brandon. Let us know if we can do anything else to help you. Okay, that works, right? But it's this balance that you have to have with people when you're leveraging automations of still making sure that you keep it personal, making sure that you make it make sense, right? Automations, what do? They allow you to be quick to respond. They take the heavy burden of a lot of the communication and the speed of response off your team, which is especially helpful if you're a smaller team. And they kind of systematize your process of communication, right? So if a lead comes through, it allows you to connect with them immediately. If someone schedules an estimate, it allows you to send follow-up reminders to them. Maybe pre-sell your company a little bit. After you conduct an estimate, it allows you to follow up with them, right? And then after you complete a job, it allows you to follow up to try to get that 5-star review. But it can never fully replace, I don't think, someone kind of actively managing it. So this resort does a pretty good job because they do have someone who will come in and kind of take over when either there's not an automated response that makes sense or when they send a response and it doesn't really make a lot of sense. Like the me asking about the tennis courts and them recommending the tiki bar. Um, so yeah, it's just how are you leveraging the automations in your painting company, or are you leveraging automations in your painting company to capitalize on them without going too far, while still making sure that it makes sense. So that's something that we've worked a lot at Painter Marketing Pros. We work a lot with our clients to leverage that automation, but ultimately you still do need to have someone, ideally someone who's pretty actively involved with it, depending on the size of your company, who can step in and take over. Right. So it's an interesting point. I haven't been to a lot of resorts, hotels, or sort of any hospitality kind of establishment that uses AI the way that they do here. So I thought it was interesting because we're using it for painting companies, and it absolutely makes you stand out. It absolutely adds an element of, I guess, professionalism. It's a little bit novel, and it just ease. Because I can just text things. I don't have to worry about calling or someone at the front desk. Or are they not at the front desk? So anyways, just thoughts that I had on Saturday, vacation thoughts, I guess, but kind of relevant because we do a lot of that for painting companies. And how are you standing out? How are you making sure that you're leveraging that automation, taking advantage of the technology that just makes things easier, that makes life easier for consumers, while still making sure that you keep that personalization, that you're not sending a lot of messages that don't make sense. So, all right, happy Saturday.